I wanted to just to have a moment to share with you the resources that we have put together, which are found off of the Maryland DREAM Act page. This is the page that you would navigate to. And when you're filling out your paperwork for Maryland DREAM Act, there's a link on that page for student resources. And when you open that link, this is what you see. And I've put a lot of information here about scholarships, not only at Montgomery College, but now there's a whole part in here about Maryland State Financial Aid. If you're a DACA student or a Maryland DREAM Act student, you might want to look at this because Maryland Aid in particular has been a good source for students now. And then I have some other scholarships that students can apply for. And if you keep scrolling, there are additional resources, I believe on the next page after this. There's information about transfer scholarships and also transfer information, so that if you're planning to transfer out of Montgomery College to these schools that I have here, I've provided the link to the office that you may want to look at to get more information about going to that university as a DACA student or a Maryland DREAM Act student. And then I have embedded in here in the final page or the final 2 pages, information about where to get updates about DACA or where to get updates about immigration reforms that affect undocumented students. Know your rights. What can you do if you're stopped by the police or ICE? And then I've just put in a short section about mental health resources for undocumented students. So as I mentioned, the counseling department will do some of that, but here are some resources that are provided that the United We Dream in particular has a wonderful set of resources. United We Dream is doing something called healing circles. So you can join a healing circle and it's all done remotely. If you're dealing with a lot of anxiety and stress around these issues of not only the legal challenges, but just the mental distress of living in this environment that we're living in right now, where you hear like anti-immigrant rhetoric coming out of some quarters of our community, and that can all really create havoc. And as a student, we want you to feel fully capable and empowered to get your education. And I know that it was Selvin who was talking about the question that he had in his mind, which was, what difference does it make if I get my education? I'm not going to be able to work anyway. And I think that a lot of undocumented students, that's a sense of that thought puts them in a very helpless situation. But I always believe that if you have your education, it doesn't matter what will happen, there's always a way out. So having an education versus not having an education and having to live without legal status, it's always better to have that education, because that might allow you more options for your future than if you didn't have that education.